So, our topic for today is the phases of the moon. The moon looks different on some nights. Sometimes it looks round and sometimes it looks curved. These changes of the moon are what we call the phases of the moon. There are 8 phases of the moon. The first one is the new moon. The moon is in between the earth and sun. It looks invisible. The moon looks visible to us because of its left side faces away from the earth. Trivia: the new moon is the best time to see stars clearly because the sky is darker. The second one is the waxing crescent. In this phase, we could see a tiny edge of the moonlight 1 or 2 days after a new moon. As the moon starts to appear in a semicircular form, waxing crescents start to appear. Trivia: waxing means growing. The moon's bright part is increasing. So, before we proceed to the third phases of the moon, I have a question. So this is question number 1. How does the moon's look change from the new moon to the waxing crescent phase?
Next, we have the first quarter moon. Can you see that the right half of the moon looks bright? During this phase, half of the moon face is lighted up by the sun. Even though it's cold quarter, we actually see half of it. Do you know why? It's because the moon is already 1/4 of its way around the earth. Now, let's look at the waxing gibbous moon. The word waxing means growing, and the word gibbous means more than half. So in this phase, more than half of the moon is bright, but it's not completely full yet.
So, full moon. This phase is called full moon. A week after the first quarter moon, you can see the whole lighted side of the moon. This means the sun is shining on the whole side of the moon that faces Earth. It's the brightest phase of the moon, and it usually comes once a month. A full moon happens once every 29 and a half days. Next, we have the waning gibbous. Waning gibbous means that the illuminated side is decreasing. It is when the moon starts to look smaller each night. So waning means getting smaller, and gibbous means it's still more than a half lit. So during this time, we can still see most of the moon, but small part is starting to go dark. Trivia: farmers in the past used the light of the waning gibbous to work at night. It also called the harvest moon. So the question is, how does the moon change from the full moon to waning gibbous?
Next, third quarter. This phase occurs when the moon is half illuminated with the right half visible in the sky. It happens about 3 weeks after the new moon, when the new moon is 3/4 of the way through its orbit around Earth. Now, trivia. The third quarter moon rises around midnight and sets a moon. Next is waning crescent. In this phase, the moon appears to be decreasing in size as it moves closer to the new moon. The amount of illuminated surface area decreases, causing the moon to appear smaller. Trivia about waning crescent. The waning crescent is often called the old moon. It's the moon's final phase before starting a new circle. How does the moon's appear change from the third quarter and to the waning crescent phase? The moon goes through 8 phases in a repeating cycle that lasts about 29 and a half days. As the moon orbits the earth, the amount of sunlight we see on its surface changes, making it look different each night. The cycle starts with the new moon, when the moon is invisible, followed by the waxing crescent, first quarter, and waxing gibbous as the bright part grows. Then comes the full moon when the whole face is visible. After that, the light starts to shrink through the waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent until it returns to the new moon again. This repeating pattern is what we call the phases of the moon.